Welcome to another edition of Broomstick Oly, everyone. Let's have some fun today and work on some skills. Before we get going though, let's move around a little bit. We're going to take that PVC/broomstick through a nice full range of motion. Make sure things are working really well. So let's get our feet underneath of our hips or just outside. Something that's comfortable. We're going to get that nice wide grip, nice and tall. And just pull that bar up to the sternum and come back down. Sternum and back down and sternum and back down. Let's pull that bar up to the sternum again, turn it over into that overhead position. We'll come back down, pull it up, turn it over with that sternum position, overhead position. Pull it up, turn it over, come back down. We'll do two more of those. Pull it up, turn it over, come back down. One more time, pull it up, turn it over. We'll come back down behind the neck. What we're going to do here is we're just going to get some shoulder presses in. So nice set shoulder position, squeeze the glutes, push it up, come back down, push it up, back down, push it up, and back down. Good. From here, we're going to turn those toes out a little bit, get those feet out to a squat stance. We're going to pull the hips into that nice good morning, nice flat foot contact. We'll stand up tall, and then we'll rotate the low rib. Good. We'll come back through and rotate low rib. We'll come back to center, pull back into that good morning, and then stand tall, and rotate low rib. Come back through, and rotate low rib, and come back through, and one more time, pull the hip back, and stand tall, and rotate low rib. Good, and rotate low rib. Excellent. We'll come back to center. We're going to bring those feet back under the hips so that they're in that nice hip width stance. We are going to get a nice pause dip. So let's take the hips down, little pause, knees go slightly out, feet are still flat. And now from here, we're going to drive up and press overhead. And stand, push. Good. Come back down behind. Dip. Get set down here. Feel those feet, feel those hips. Stand, press. Good. Come back down. One more time. Dip. And stand, press. Good. Come back to the front. Nice and set in that front position. We're going to take the bar to that mid-thigh position. So bar sitting at the mid-thigh. We are going to turn those palms over. Good. Take hold. We're going to take the bar to the knee. Palms forward. Take hold. Take the bar down below the knee. Palms forward. And take hold. Good. Now from here, pushing into those legs. We're going to come up to the hip. We're going to push through those legs. Muscle snatch, keeping the bar close. Pull down behind the neck. Shimmy out to our squat stance. Squeeze the glutes. Get set. And push yourself down into that nice overhead squat position. Nice active overhead. We'll stand up nice and tall. Good. Feet come back together. Bring the bar back to the hip. Nice and set. Let's take the bar, mid-thigh, palms forward. Take hold. Take the bar to the knee at launch. Palms forward. Take hold. Take everything down below the knee. Palms forward. Take hold. Strong legs. Push through those legs. Now push those legs some more. Overhead. Down behind the neck. Shimmy those feet out. Nice and tall. Push yourself down to that overhead squat. Nice positioning here. Nice and set. Stand tall. Feet come back under. Bar comes back to the hip. Let's do one more time. Take the bar to mid-thigh. Feel those feet. Palms forward. Take hold. Take the bar to launch. Palms forward. Take hold. Come down below. Palms forward. Take hold. Push through those legs. Find the hip. Push some more. Yeah. Good. Come back down. Shimmy those feet out to your squat stance. Big and tight. Last one. Push yourself down to the bottom of that overhead squat. Good. Push up. Woo. Feet come back under. Bar comes down. Nice. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring those hands in a little bit. So we're going to go thumb and a thumb so the hands are outside the shoulders. We're going to work on a little bit of mobility in that close range. So we're gonna get that high and outside position in that narrow grip, and then come back down. Then we're gonna pull back up, and come back down. Pull back up, and down. This time we're going to pull to the sternum. We're going to roll the elbows through as best we can, keeping the bar kind of where it was, and come back through. Good. Pull to the sternum, bar stays here, rotate those elbows through into that front rack, come back down, one more time, pull, rotate through. Excellent. Come back down. Good. Now we're going to do a few Cuban rotations. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull to the sternum, so keeping the elbows at that nice 90 degree. Our shoulders are away from our ears. We're going to rip the bar in half, keeping the elbows where they're at. We're going to pull up in that 90 degree position. We're going to come back down, keeping those elbows in that same position. Pull the bar up, 90-90. Take that bar back down, that sternum position. And one more time, take it up, and take it back down. Good, we'll lower the bar down. And just take a moment to go, whoo, all right. Not bad, you guys, nicely done. So again, continuing to work through some of these different positions, we've been building off some jerk footwork and some overhead work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue working through that front rack into our press position. So in terms of today with this, again with PVC, broomstick, it's kind of hard to get into the best front rack we can just because we don't have any external load helping us get in that front rack position. So we're going to do the best we can without choking ourselves with our PVC. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a tall muscle snap, or tall muscle clean into our front rack position for a couple reps again. So we're going to get that thumb and a thumb. So we're just going to pull to the sternum, turn through. We're going to get into that front rack. Come back down. We do that again. Pull, roll through. Come back down. Good. Pull, roll through. You're going to keep it here. Now, elbows are in front of the bar as best we can. Our chin is neutral, and our weight is through the midfoot. From here, what we're going to work on is some shoulder press. We're going to get ourselves tight, nice and set. Get the chin out of the way. Press straight up into that overhead position. From here, we're going to get set through those ribs, and we're going to press back a bit, and then come back overhead, and then come back down. Get ourselves in that front rack position, so elbows are in front. Big breath, weight through the midfoot, and press up. Set those shoulders, press back a bit, come back overhead, come back down. Good, elbows are in front of those arms. Get set, and press up, and press back a bit, and come back down. Good. Come back down and relax. Just give those arms a little shake out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to continue moving into that overhead mobility with a slightly different move. So we're going to go reverse grip. So palms will be back towards our body. We're going to work that nice overhead press. It is going to feel different, all right? So you may not be able to straighten out your arms all the way, but what I want you to do is work to your end range to the best of your ability. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves thumb and a thumb. So our hands are just outside. Our hands are reverse grip. We're going to curl it up. We still want those elbows, all right, to be in front of the bar. So let's get ourselves set up, nice and tight through the glutes, weight through the midfoot. Press, trying to straighten the arms as best we can. Feel that overhead position. Press back, come back overhead. Pull the bar down, maintaining those elbows in front of the bar. Good, get yourself set up. Press, set that overhead, press back, come back overhead, back down. Good. From here again, glutes tight, ribs tight, press, press back, overhead, and come back down. Good. And bring the bar down, and take a moment, just relax those arms. So again, would we ever clean or press that way with a lot of load? Absolutely not. But it's a beautiful way to help open up those shoulders, those lats, just to get that overhead position just a little bit more open. You might have felt, perhaps, for me especially, I feel it down kind of into my wrist sometimes. You might feel that kind of as you're kind of opening up in that position just because of that range of motion. All right, so it's a nice way to stretch out those arms to its full ability. Okay. So So now let's start playing around with some skills for those presses. We worked on a few press with press backs, front and reverse grip. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into that normal front rack position, fighting for those elbows to stay in front. We're going to go through a few pause dips with a pause overhead dip. Okay, so let's get ourselves set up. We're going to get our feet under the hips or just outside, thumb and a thumb distance away from the thigh. From here, we're again going to pull the bar up to the sternum, roll through into that nice front rack position. Now we're going to work a pause dip. Weight through the midfoot. Let's dip and hold. Knees go slightly out, feet are flat. Stand tall. Dip and hold. Knees go slightly out, elbows are staying in front. Stand tall. Ribs are in, dip and hold. Stand tall. Now we're going to do push press. Make sure you get the chin out of the way. Dip and press. Come back down. Good, get set. Dip, press. Good, come back down. One more time, hold overhead. Dip, press. Keeping that bar overhead, let's dip. You may find that you can't dip as deep as you normally can, and stand. Good, keeping pressing overhead, keep pressing overhead, dip. Keep that bar pressure into the bar, and stand. Keep pressing up, dip, and stand. Good, let's bring the bar down, and down. Good, relax your arms a little bit, give yourself a moment. You go, holy cow, look at that, woo! So again, working on that dip, we want to focus on that nice vertical dip, the knees going slightly out, which allows us to drop those hips a little bit more in terms of getting more comfortable depth. The other thing too, depending on your ankles, the width of your feet. So if you want to take them out a little wider to a slightly wider than hip width stance, not a lot, just a little bit, just to give your ankles a little bit more freedom, and or just a slight subtle turnout can help a lot. All right, so we want to make sure we keep those feet nice and flat. So now we're going to work on a little complex of the push jerk / power jerk and with the push press. So we're going to get that good dip, drive overhead. We're going to come back and set, and we're going to work on that jerk, stand tall. So it's okay if your feet move a little bit into your squat stance for that push jerk or power jerk. We just want to make sure we're allowing our feet to do what they need to do. If they start landing out in the sumo position, little too wide, all right, it's not going to be a very strong position, so we want to make sure we're tailoring those feet in a little bit, but let the feet move just a tad if they need to find some more space, okay? So I'm going to turn to the side for this set. Let's get our feet under the hips or just outside. Thumb and a thumb grip outside the thigh. Glutes are tight, ribs are tight. We'll pull the bar up to the sternum, pull them through into that front rack position. Now we're going to push press. We're going to get that nice smooth dip and drive. Chin out of the way. Go. Dip. Push. Good. Come back down. Now we're going to work the jerk. So we're going to get that nice receiving position. Get set. Go. Hup. Stand tall. Feet come back under. Bar comes down. We're going to do that again. Push press. Chin out of the way. Dip. Press. Strong legs. Come back down. And jerk. Go. Stand tall. Feet come back under. Bar comes back down. Good. One more time. Push, press. Come back down. Set. Jerk. Stand tall. Bar comes down. And relax. Good. So the important piece of that to take from that, from a good push press will come a good jerk, because we need to use that dip and we need to use the drive to start getting that bar moving so we can receive the bar in that good jerk receiving position. So really focus on that leg drive. It's crucial. A lot of the time when we start doing jerks, we start to get antsy about getting under the bar and we cut that drive short. And that is something we want to stop right away, because we want to make sure we're getting all we can out of those legs to maintain good position. All right? So keeping that in mind, let's stay strong with those legs as we continue to move forward, because we need that moving into our split jerks and our power jerks. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our split jerk footwork work. And we're just going to skip right to that jerk balance. So we're going to get our thumb and a thumb distance away so we can get the bar up and over into our back rack position. So we don't have to worry about our face. Our feet are in our squat stance. We're going to step forward, we're going to step back. So our back toe is pointing straight ahead, our knee is soft, and we have 50-50 weight between the feet. Now my front knee is soft, and it's sitting right over top of my heel. My glutes are tight, I'm nice and square, and I'm ready for action. Now, to do our drill, we're going to take a partial step back with the front foot. Now we're still stacked, knee over heel. We're just a little bit more narrow in our stance. Now, what we're going to do is dip and press with that nice step. So we're hopefully in a perfect world in the same spot we just were with our perfect setup. Now our front foot, come back, bring the bar back down, reset. So we want to make sure that we're hitting our proper footwork every single time. So if you don't, take a moment to adjust, fix the foot position, hold it there and say, this is where I want it, and then continue on with the next rep. I'm going to turn sideways for this little work set. We're going to do 3 reps, just going through our jerk balances. Thumb and a thumb. We get the bar up onto our shoulders in our back rack. Feet are in our squat stance. Step straight forward, straight back. So we have a nice wide stance. And we have a long stance for our jerk position. So my knee is over my heel, my back leg is soft, toes pointing straight ahead. I pull back. Now it's all going to be a dip, step, and press. Ready? Go. Hold that position, fix it if you need to. Now recover. Bring the bar back down to the shoulders. Set. Go. Hit that position. Recover. Down, set, go. Full recover, front foot, back foot, come down to the front, and relax. Good. The jerk balance, beautiful thing. It's a nice chance to practice that split work, or split foot, split jerk footwork. I'll get it eventually. All right, now we're gonna do a little complex. We're gonna do a push press, a power jerk, pull to the back of the neck, split jerk. So we're going to let ourselves find our feet. Now it's very important in this work, since we are using no weight, that if we land funky in our split jerk, we give ourselves a chance to fix our feet to where we had it in our jerk balance work. So make sure we match those stances, all right, so we can find that consistent split jerk stance. Let's do it up. So I'm going to get my thumb and a thumb distance away. We're going to pull the bar up to the sternum, roll it through into that front rack. My feet are into my hips, my glutes are tight, my ribs are in. Chin pulled back, push press. Boom. Come back down, good front rack. Elbows are in front. Squeeze and set. Jerk. Stand tall, feet come back under if they move. Bar tucked behind the neck. Now we're going to move into our split jerk. Get set. Go. Fix your feet if you need to. All right. Now from here, full recover. Front foot, back foot. Bring the bar to the front and relax. Nicely done. All right. Let's do that again. Feet are under the hips. We're going to pull the bar to the sternum, roll it through. Chin retracted, way through the midfoot. Push press. Come back down. Set. Jerk. Stand, feet come under, bar behind the neck, get set, split jerk. Find that position, fix your feet if you need to, recover, recover. Bar comes down and in. Good. And you turn to the side. Last rep. Feet are into the hips, nice and tall. Pull, roll the arms through that front rack. Weight through the midfoot. Glutes are tight. Push press. Come back down. Set. Jerk. Stand. Feet come under if they move. To behind the neck. Get set. Split jerk. Fix your feet if you need to. Full recover. Bar comes down. And relax. Nice! All right, you guys. Now, quick little recap here. We went through our jerk balances. We built up through that jerk balance to find our position. Then we moved into that little triplet set to work on building the leg drive, working on the receive, and then finding our feet in the split. So if you want to do that sequence a couple more times, Pause the video, scroll back, rewatch it again, or do it a couple more times to kind of play. But keep it pretty slow and steady in terms of in between your reps. Don't try and rush in between. Make sure we're set in the good front rack, ribs, glutes. We're balanced through the midfoot. Never rush your jerk. Make sure it's solid. Make sure you're stable. Now what we're going to move on to next is a little bit of squat development work. We haven't really gone below parallel a lot besides a couple movement sets today. So we're going to work on our overhead squat. But before we do that, we're going to put the bar down. And we're going to work on a couple things building into the overhead squat. We're going to start with a sumo squat, a tempo one. So we're going to get our feet out into our sumo stance. Standing tall, we're going to do 3 seconds down, nice little pause, and then a nice smooth stand. Ready to go, hard push out of the knees. 3, 2, 1, and stand. Good. 3, 2, 1, and stand. Good, one more time. 3, 2, 1, hard push out, and stand. Good, from here, we're going to work a little bit more ankle. I'm going to turn to the side for this. We're going to do some kang squats without weight. Regular squat stance. Hand at the ribs, hand at the chest if you'd like. Squeeze your glutes. Pull back into your good morning. Once you feel that position, we're going to pull our hips into our squat as deep as you feel comfortable. Now push your hips into that good morning. Feel that tension. And stand tall. Good, let's do that again. Pull back into your good morning. Pull into your squat. Now push into that good morning and stand. Good, one more time. Let's pull the hips back. Let's pull into our squat. Let's push into our good morning. Feel that tension and stand tall. Good, nicely done. Now let's grab our PVC pipe or broomstick. We're going to start with a nice wide grip on that bar. Regular squat stance. We are going to pull that bar up and over. Little muscle snatch. Get set. Nice and smooth down. 3 seconds. Hip to heel. Pushing into that bar. 3, 2, 1. We're going to pause a bit. And we're going to stand. Good. Keeping that same stance. Let's bring the hands in a little bit. Pressing into that bar. 3, 2, 1. Stand. Good. Hands come in a bit. Pressing into that bar. Take it down. 3, 2, 1. And stand. Take it back out a bit. 3, 2, 1. And stand. Take it out again. A little wider. Pressing into the bar. 3, 2, 1. And stand. Good. Let's bring the bar down. Let's put the bar on the floor. Get into our normal squat stance. Tester squat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And stand. Beautiful. Happy day. Happy Broomstick Oly, you guys. If you'd like to do another couple sets of that squat development, please do so. No more than 5, all right? If you're going to stick to 3 reps, no more than 5 sets of that just to get those legs fired up, ready to go. It's going to generate a lot of heat, and it's going to open up those hips and ankles. So I hope you enjoyed that jerk work. I hope you had fun with the squats. Enjoy your day today, everyone. Have some tons of fun and enjoy working on that skill. As always, work for quality. Have tons of fun. We'll see you next week for some more Broomstick Oly. Bye, you guys.